accidents of adaptation is based on what is called general adaptation syndrome. There are 3 stages to that syndrome. They describe the stress response. It was Hans Selye, who is known as the father of stress, that created this little map for us. He also coined the term stress, so he is definitely known as the father of stress, although he didn't actually create stress for us. General adaptation syndrome and its 3 stages are this. There is alarm, which we understand a lot about. If you've been to a seminar on stress, you've heard about alarm and the stress response. There is resistance, which is where the body tries to move us out of the stress response, out of our sympathetic nervous system and back into our parasympathetic nervous system. So blood pressure, heart rate, cortisol levels, all that stuff can come down so that damage doesn't happen. Because if all those things are elevated for too long, damage happens. And that's really not hard to prove, because look at all of the blood pressure, blood sugar, digestive issues that are out there. The stress response is very largely responsible for the damage that happens in our bodies to make us vulnerable to those things. So you may be wondering, where's the tie-in with health and safety here? This is a biology lesson. I'm going to tell you right now that a biology lesson is exactly what health and safety needs. Because if you can, and if you can get your employees to understand how their choices and how they manage their stress and how they manage their lives, and the coffee that gave them anxiety and the too much sugar and all of the things that we've been doing to ourselves for so long, understanding how those things impact physiology, how they cause unnecessary panic, how they cause overreaction, how they cause physical discomfort and digestive issues, and how they cause a fatigue and a brain fog and an inability to quite know what to do, and how they dull our reflexes and all of those things. If you understand very specifically how the choices that you're making every day and the stress that you've had in your life can be directly responsible for that accident or that poor choice that you made, then everything changes. Understanding the biology and the physiology of the accidents and the mistakes that happen in your workplace can probably do more saving than a hard hat or another big binder full of procedures and regulations can ever do, because there is only so much you can do on the outside to compensate for what is coming from the inside. And that's why I created Accidents of Adaptation, and that's why I am on a mission to really finally bring health into health and safety, because if even this small little bit that I just told you now has just made you go, like I didn't even think about that, then you probably are with me that the health part of health and safety has been very lacking. And we need to start talking about these things because they make a massive difference. So if that intrigues you, I'd love to come and talk to you about Accidents of Adaptation. And hopefully talk to you soon.